Okay.
Don't put your arms behind your back.
Ensoul is a warm apple pie on a nice cold winter day.
Ensoul means family. Everybody getting together and doing all the things that we love.
Ensoul is differentiating yourself. It's the ability to breathe life into your reality through what you choose to do.
It's my favorite.
What? What did you say?
Ensoul to me is the ability to represent everything I love and to look good doing it.
Is a way of life. It's a culture. It's something that we can all use to bring each other together and elevate ourselves.
Team working together. It's a pain in my ass.
Ensoul is looking good.
Sick. Ensoul is the movement of putting soul back into the world.
Ensoul to me is a movement. It's a way to inspire other people and keep freedom to ourselves.
Look at the camera, don't look at the mic. Ensoul is my guide to my dream.
Ensoul means this.
It's family and way kick-ass parties.
2 words, in my soul.
Ensoul is the window to my passion.
Ensoul empowers me to do anything. Right now. We good? We good?
Don't look at the mic, look at the camera. What does Ensoul mean to you?
Awesome, awesome sick shirts and badass people. Okay, I'm good.
Ensoul is my life.
The real question is, what doesn't Ensoul mean to me?
So, what do you want to know? Anything? No. My name's Josh Eunice, and I'm the co-owner of Ensoul along with my partner Greg Mitchell.
My name is Gregory Scott Mitchell. I go by Greg. My inspiration for starting Ensoul goes way back to when I was younger. Basically, I wanted to become something. I wanted to start my own company when I was younger. That's always been a dream of mine. So I never really pursued it until now, and that's been my inspiration. It's just a dream.
We started Ensoul in the summer a couple months back, and I met Greg actually doing a job that we both were doing. It was a door-to-door book charity.
Well, I worked for this company called Project World Book Drive. And what I did was I hired people to go door to door and ask people for unwanted books. And one of the people that I hired, her name was Nikki, and she actually is Josh's girlfriend. So at this time, I was starting the company by myself, but looking for a partner.
Greg told me about how he'd always wanted to start a clothing company when he was younger. So I told him about my passion for starting a company.
At first he was just on the dance team, but really fast he became my partner just because of his attitude and the way he looked at things.
And we just kind of, from that day on, every day we talked, we were just thinking up ideas about what we wanted to do, all the ideas that we had, and then we just kind of came on the idea of Ensoul. There's the whole idea of doing something with your life besides, the cut and dry routine of going to work 9 to 5, coming home, opening up a TV dinner and watching your favorite show before going to sleep and starting over again. Picking up a hobby or doing something that you love or differentiating yourself somehow. In that way, you are ensouling your reality.
I wanted to create a clothing company around things that really didn't have clothes. Like When you think of DC or Volcom or any of those big brands, you think of like skating and motocross and those type of things, but you don't really think of breakdancing, parkour, or BMX.
It's kind of funny, I actually went through the dictionary and I was looking up words just because I was trying to think of a cool name, and it was in the dictionary. And the definition really stood out to me. The word was cool just because it had the word soul in it, but the actual definition listed in the dictionary for ensoul is to imbue soul into something. And so we kind of built it from there on an urban standpoint of basically using what you do, your talents, or how you move, or how you just interact with your environment. You ensoul your urban environment. So breakdancing, you know, this floor that we're on right now, it's just a piece of acrylic, but when I breakdance on top of it, it becomes something completely different, and I've ensouled my reality. I'm a breakdancer, and I've been breakdancing for 10 years now. I started when I was really young, and Greg's been BMXing forever. So the concept of ensoul, we were really lucky to find that, you know, once we kind of found the concept and it kind of grew in our minds, that it applied to anything, but mostly to subcultures of movement.
Sports are out there that a lot of people do that really don't have clothes. And I myself am a BMX rider. And I know when I go and buy clothes, it's usually from Zoomies or a store like that, but it doesn't really represent what I do. You know, so I thought of BMX for sure. And then I thought breakdancing is sick because I saw it on TV. You know, and I was like, that is sweet. But when you think of breakdance, you don't really think of a clothing company. You think of like Red Bull or, you know, movies like Step Up. But what if we made a clothing company around that, you know? Or, you know, around that scene. So we picked that. And then parkour, which is getting pretty big. I saw it on James Bond. I thought that would be sweet too. You know, so we pulled those things together, and we're kind of trying to bring the urban stuff together.
You know, any kind of movement that's different than just walking. You know, parkour, breakdancing. You know, other ideas that fit, but we don't have teams for. But skateboarding, snowboarding, rollerblading. You know, parkour, gymnastics. Anything fits that's just different than walking.
Now people can say, I'm a breakdancer, and I wear Ensoul. And they represent breakdancing.
So challenges and difficulties, there have been a lot. Neither Greg nor I realized the challenges of running a company. I don't think anybody does when they first start.
The biggest challenges really are time, money, and being able to produce and make it happen.
Each team operates as a separate unit, but we have new things that we're doing with each team. We're planning events, we're sponsoring parties, we're printing clothing, we're selling, we're setting up the website. All that stuff is a lot. And so I think the biggest challenge right now is just balance. I think that's what any entrepreneur faces, is just balancing your life and like the things that you love to do and then what you've created. With the challenges and difficulties of balances, I love Ensoul. Like, I'm so passionate about it that it's not really work.
It's fun. And I try my best to do everything I can for Ensoul. Like I said, time. Time is money. It's a hard thing. This is the screen printing shop that we print our stuff through. But basically how it works is when the artwork is ready to be put on a shirt, we put it on this special film. And then it is then, like if it's multiple colors, then it's on multiple pieces of this film. And it's layered and then put onto a screen like this. So basically that film, we put it on top of the screen like so, and then light. This pink stuff is called emulsion, and when light hits it, we can shoot it out with water. So wherever the light doesn't hit, we can shoot it out. So basically this is one that's already been done. This will go on the front of a shirt, it'll wrap around. But yeah, and then once it's on this process, we just set it up on one of these machines and then screen print it. There's like quite a few different ways you can screen print by hand. This is a press for just one color, just one print. That one over there is for 6 color. So if you have an image like this one over here. See, this is 3 color. Color 1, color 2, and color 3. Like I was saying, image 1, print, you move it, print, print, 3 colors, done. Pull shirt off, put it on, and this thing is the dryer. It's at 330 degrees, and it goes through there, and then when it's at the end, shirt's done. Kind of like this, see? These are mess ups though.
Well,
Give us your life story.
all right. My life story.
How old are you?
I have a very short attention span.
What is good? Because I can see you freezing. How'd you? Thank you, Ellis.
I'm gonna go buy a mountain bike. And that's pretty much my whole life. My name's Ellis Robinson. Do you want like a full intro?
Yeah.
Like background on free running? Yeah. Okay, got it. Yeah, it all started a few years ago. I saw a little clip from a video called Yamakasi, which that is the group of guys that started free running in France. I saw a clip and I thought it was all stunt photography, and then one day I heard about parkour and free running. I saw a little clip on the TV and found out that it was actually real, that what those guys were doing in the video was real, and I thought it was kind of cool. So I did a little bit of research and met up with some of the local guys that have been training for a few years, and they started teaching me, and then I just kind of started training on my own, and that's what's brought me to where I am now. I got a phone call from one of my buddies that I train with from Devon, Bardol, and he told me about this new clothing company. They wanted to start a free running team to kind of promote their product and to introduce their clothing into a market that doesn't really exist yet. For me to be a part of Ensoul, it's taken a lot of my time because I'm in school and I work, and so to find enough time to get all of my homework done and to be able to work the hours that I need to work, and then to be at the film shoots for the promotion videos and to be at all the parties where the team needs to show up and to get to all the practices is kind of a pain. I teach parkour and free running classes at another gym, which is on the nights that we have practice as a team. So it makes it kind of hard to make it to both teaching my lessons and also to practice with the team. I think my inspiration behind free running and what I do is just, I've always enjoyed being active, and sports are always something that I've enjoyed doing. I've tried just about every kind of team sport you can think of: volleyball teams, basketball teams, soccer teams, running, swimming, wrestling. I've done it all, but they've all been kind of boring and everybody kind of does them. So I've enjoyed free running because there aren't a lot of people that do it.
Yeah, I'm the manager of the BMX team for Ensoul. This is the team right here. This is Dick, Derek, Jansen, and Paul, some of our main riders that we got. What is the purpose here? Our BMX team's here to ride to represent Ensoul at the party Red Bull and Ensoul are throwing here, the black and white paint party. We're gonna have dancing, and we're gonna have our team ride here, Ensoul's BMX team, riding here on this. There's actually a car in the middle right here. Doing some flips over it, doing some spins. We also have a quarter pipe over here. You know, just here to ride, have some fun, and represent Ensoul.
We're at the Utah Peak Academy, and this is actually the fabulous owner, Emily. She lets us practice here whenever. I've taught breakdancing here for a long time, and she really supports Ensoul, lets us practice here, lets the team meet here. This is where our Wednesday night meetings, actually. So why don't you come inside and we'll take a check of the building.
Is this cribs?
This is the cribs version of gymnastics gyms. Oh, Emily!
Oh, hi!
This is Emily. She is the owner of Utah Peak Academy, and this is Morgan. She teaches here. And that's Rio, beautiful baby Rio.
Right, yes.
And Emily's awesome. She supports us, and she's like the most amazing woman ever. And yeah, we just want to introduce her.
Oh, thank you.
Can we take a tour of the gym?
Sure.
Okay. This right here is where we have our Wednesday night meetings. It's like the round table in Ensoul. We all sit around the pit and meet, and we have our team meetings. We discuss what's going on in the next week and what we're doing. We have our designer meetings here usually too. So yeah, let's come check it out. This is Caitlin. Caitlin teaches here, and so Caitlin, here, can I take a seat right here? So Caitlin, have you heard of Ensoul before?
Yeah.
You have? Where have you heard of it?
It's just like dancing and parkour and stuff like that.
So did you hear about it at like parties and stuff? Or?
Yeah, I think I'm going to the party tonight. Friday.
The paint fight party? That's cool. So what do you think about Ensoul? Do you like it?
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
That's cool. So yeah, there you have it. Everybody's heard about it. And this actually right over here is the next generation of Ensoul. We teach little kids as well to try and keep the talents alive. So Jace, come say hi to the camera, man. This is Jace. I teach Jace breakdancing. He also does parkour with Bobby, who's on the team. Why don't you show us something, Jace? Show us some breakdancing real fast. Woohoo! Nice, Jace. So Jace is the man, as you can see. He's the next generation of Ensoul. And that's it, this is the gym. So hope you've enjoyed your stay and get out. One thing that we've been doing with Ensoul to kind of spread the name to the people that really would enjoy the concept and the clothing is we've been working a lot with the people throwing parties in the valley. So we've actually done a party out in Cedar City, and we're doing this party out in Provo this weekend on Friday, which is going to be really cool. It's probably going to be the coolest party this year. It's a paint fight party, and what happens is everybody at the door gets their own squirt gun full of UV reactive paint, and they just cover the whole place in black lights.
First off, this is the building. I know it's kind of dark, you can't really see, but we're gonna go inside. We're gonna be throwing a party in on the 19th. And this guy named Dan is the one that hooked us up with this. He's the one that throws the parties. He's thrown a party called the Black and White Paint Party a couple years in a row now, I think. And he called us this time. And Ensoul's gonna do its thing, and we're gonna represent well, hopefully. This is where the lounge will be, right up in here. And that sign right there we're building. We're gonna be building a ramp over a car right here, a wall ride. There's a quarter pipe over there that the BMX kids are playing with. Oh my gosh, look, Ensoul, I found it.
And in a way, the parties themselves represent Ensoul, because going to do something like that and finding a way to turn an abandoned warehouse into something that 2,000 people can enjoy is something cool. And
then this room right here that we're in, there'll be a door there and a door there, and it'll be filled with like that fog, the fog stuff. So people will enter through the lounge area into this fogged room and be like, whoa, what the heck's going on? They'll walk into here and they'll just see, oh, the craziest dance going on everywhere. But this is basically where the party will be at, and it's gonna be sick. Party time! Party time it is. All right.
We've been setting up, we actually built signs out of some of the materials that we found there. We built ramps out of some of the plywood we found lying around for the BMX teams, and we have our break dancers that are going to be performing on the stage. And it's going to be a really cool event. So we're all excited for it, and it represents us perfectly. Big part of how we're moving the concept through the valley is we're just talking. It's just word of mouth. We have so many people in the Ensoul family that love the idea and have been telling people about it, and people have just been hearing about it. And one of the people that we talked to on the BYU campus, a friend Lee, actually knew the guy that was throwing the party, and the guy loved the concept. He wanted our teams to perform there, and so he got in touch with us. And the last couple of parties have been that same way, of people loving the idea and coming to us and saying, hey, will you guys help us out with this party? It's been really cool because we can see this concept start to pick up momentum and move forward, and now it's kind of taking on a life of its own. Ensoul is awesome. I love it, Greg loves it, and we're hoping that, big things happen with it, so we'll see.